What's up guys, and welcome back to a brand new video today here on Codename Pizza, and this is going to be so much fun to tell you guys all this information I've got right now that I've been waiting on for like a few weeks, and I'm really excited. So basically, a little bit of backstory behind this is that I got in contact with Lee Ross, yes, the lead designer or head of zombies over at Infinity Ward, and I asked him a couple of questions, not really expecting to get a reply, and he replied with paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs of information that no one knows about IW Zombies. And I know there's a load of IW serious hardcore fans out there that would love me to share this information, and that is exactly what I'm gonna do inside of this video today. So if you guys are one of those people that really enjoyed zombies and you like hearing about things about zombies that no one else knows, absolutely smash that like button right now, because this information is so cool. So let's aim for 2,115 likes on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you are brand new, and without further ado, just sit back, relax, and enjoy listening to a load of Infinity Ward zombies information that you guys never knew about. And I mean, no one knows this stuff. So basically, I messaged Lee Ross on Twitter, and I said to him, please can you tell me as much possible information about zombies that none of us knew about that got cut from the game? And I never expected that response, but here we go. Paragraphs of information right here. So I'm gonna do this in map order. So we're gonna start out with Spaceland, then Rave, and then Shaolin, and so on and so forth until we get to the end of the DLC season. So let's kick things off with Spaceland. I'm gonna leave these things on the screen so you guys can read along if you want, but then we'll have a little bit of a discussion as well. So he says this. Okay, here are a few tidbits. In Spaceland, we were planning on allowing players to ride around in the bumper cars for a short duration, but opted for the more tense feeling when walking through the space. Still to this day, when I walk through there, I still feel my heartbeat jump up a few ticks. So how cool is that? Inside of Spaceland, we were supposed to be able to ride around the bumper cars inside of the actual map. And there would have been obviously a timer on this, like Lee Ross just said, so you would enter it, and then you can just mow down zombies and kill them that way. That would have been a really cool way how to make the trapped inside of zombies more interactable. I think that's so cool. But there you go. That's a little bit from Spaceland. And after this, stuff gets serious. There's so much information here, so just sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let's move on to Rave in the Redwoods. So in this one, Lee Ross says, in Rave in the Redwoods, we were planning on originally having the celebrity not being a celebrity at all, but rather a survivor that Willard Wyler had lost track of. His concept image had him looking like a mountain man, but one that hurts the undead. He was going to be a badass in the sense that he could be summoned in to wipe out enemies, drop supplies, and also help defend locations. How cool would this have been? Let me just interrupt that for a second. How cool would this have been if we actually had it where we could drop supplies for us? That would have made it so cool. He then goes on to say, when I was able to get a hold of Kevin Smith's agent, we were able to come to terms on his likeness and decided to stay faithful to the pop culture era references. In hindsight, it was 100% the right thing to do. So how crazy is that? Inside of Rave in the Redwoods, there was actually never going to be a Kevin Smith or a celebrity character at all. That mountain man would have literally helped us on our quest. We would have been able to summon him in just like Alvera is over on Attack of the Radioactive Thing to actually wipe out enemies, and he would have dropped supplies and defend locations very much like Alvera again. Now I'm thinking about this, I can definitely see how they took this implement over to Attack of the Radioactive Thing with Alvera. But how cool is that? I absolutely love that. That was Rave in the Redwoods. Let's move on into the next map right now, which is of course Shaolin Shuffle. So in this one, Lee Ross says, in Shaolin Shuffle, Andre was originally going to be a Black Panther. However, due to the sensitivity of the character's origins, we opted to direct his style. He originally was dressed in all black, rocked an African pin, and had a Black Panther logo. I had to retool all of his voiceovers, which had already been written, which sucked, but I was still happy with the outcome of the character and the episode. So this totally sounds like Lee Ross had a vision, and then it had to be changed very last minute, which obviously in his words sucks, because he had to rewrite it all. And I always thought that Shaolin Shuffle kind of had that map feel, where it was supposed to be more. And especially with all the Black Panther posters around the map, I thought they would play a massive part inside of this Easter egg and inside of the map in general, and we just never even got that. And the fact that Andre, who was obviously one of the playable characters inside of the map, was going to be a Black Panther, that would have been super cool just to see how he acted inside of that map, and if he knew any other skill moves that the other characters didn't already know. So basically, if you went inside of a co-op game and you actually got Andre and got lucky to get that character, maybe you had a different moveset and you would be the best person until they had to level up a little bit. Would have been really interesting to see where that would have led to, but obviously it didn't end up making it to the final version of the game. So let's move on to Attack of the Radioactive Thing right now, where Lee Ross says to me, in Attack of the Radioactive Thing, we had planned on going purely black and white. And let me just stop this for a second. I'm so happy that this did not happen. Imagine playing an entire map in black and white. I still load up that map today, and I get really anxious that the color isn't going to come inside of the map. But I'm so happy they didn't do this. But let's carry on reading right now. The concept was that we were in black and white films from the 50s, so players would have to restore the color through the Easter egg. But in early testing, we found out that players were stuck in the black and white mode for long periods of time, which unfortunately didn't let the art of the level shine, especially the Krogs. That totally makes sense, because obviously the Krogs are really colorful, and one of the things in IW Zombies that I like the most out of any other zombies is the neon and the vibrance and how colorful and saturated all the colors are. It looks so nice to my eyes. I personally love the art style as well, so I'm so happy it didn't just remain in black and white. He also goes on to say, in the end, the addition of Elvira and the strife she had against Willard helped create the scenario that she was still controlling the film to some degree from within the actual film. I like this direction much more because it set up the Little Willie conflict amazingly. So yeah, that's one of the things inside of the game that I actually found really funny. All the sly little digs that Elvira would throw at Willard Wyler and all the shade that she threw at him made the map really enjoyable to play and actually listen to the audio inside of that map. In a lot of these maps, I get kind of lost in the actual gameplay and I stop listening to the voiceover, which obviously, especially with IW Zombies, where all these people that are doing the voiceovers are actually really popular in real life as well, they must have spent so much money on getting those voice actors and it never shines through to me. But definitely with this, I found it hilarious and it made me actually appreciate the dialogue a lot more inside of the map. So there you go, that was Attack of the Radioactive Thing. Let's jump over to the Beast from Beyond, which is of course the final DLC right now as well. So in this one, Lee Ross goes on to tell me, in the Beast from Beyond, we almost went full-blown extinction with the hives and the drill. Dude, this is insane. However, I didn't want us to lose sight of the fact that this was zombies. The cryptids are really tough and it raised the skill bar fairly high, so we opted to reduce the extinction elements a bit. Funny thing about that last episode is I always knew the cryptids were coming back and I had been teasing from roughly the first week after releasing Infinite Warfare. So the first time I ever actually noticed this and noticed all the subliminal stuff about the cryptids was honestly Attack of the Radioactive Thing. But now Lee Ross says I can look back and actually see that he was teasing them from a super early time. Now I love Extinction and I love the fact that we have a game mode out there that's not exactly zombies, but it is a third game mode. And it means we've got the hive, we've got the drill, and then you've got to escape the nuke, and it's really fun. But I am very happy that Lee Ross decided to remember that it was zombies that he was making at this time and not include the hive and the drill inside of the map. With that said, it would have been cool just to have one little thing, maybe one hive, one drill, maybe inside of the boss fight. That would have been super cool and a really nice throwback. Considering the main throwback to the cryptids, apart from actually fighting them at the beginning of the map, was of course unlocking the Venom X and that little Easter egg and bit of dialogue around that, which no one actually does anymore because we've got Director's Cut, which it just means that it's inside of the mystery box. And you can do the main Easter egg without Director's Cut without getting the Venom X. So I feel like that little concept was lost, so it would have been really nice if we just had one hive and one drill. Thought that would be really cool. But there you go, that is a load of information about Infinity Ward Zombies that you guys will never ever have known before this video. And I want to say a massive thank you to Lee Ross for giving me this information. It just shows how good he is with actually communicating with the community based around his video games. And the fact that he's going to be making the 2019 version of Zombies literally next year, this is looking really good. And I'm sure he's going to be taking lots of ideas from the community. So if you guys want to implement any of your designs into the game, make some theory videos, make some videos of stuff that you might want to see, and I'm sure there's someone out there that is listening to what we're saying. So there you go. Let me know what you guys think about this information inside of the comment section below right now. Make sure you click that like button before you leave as well, and also make sure you click that subscribe button if you are brand new to become the latest member of the Pizza Club. Thank you for watching, guys, and of course, peace out.